Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to Stream-of-Unconsciousness, where the subject's made up and the words don't matter. Today I thought we'd go through a new addition to the collection here. Before we get started, thanks to all my subscribers. Really love the fact that you guys have taken the time to stop by. Love all the comments and likes. Please feel free to like and comment on this video. And here we go. So, I have a few, as you can see, Jedi-styled Luke Skywalkers. The most recent one is another retro collection, the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Now, I never had this figure back in the day. I knew people who did, but I never actually had one myself. And I always wanted one, which is, probably why I have so many of the other versions now that I enjoy the differences there. The retro collection one is pretty nice. Again, the standard Star Wars 5 points of articulation. It's got the nice cloth goods cape. It's got a really nice nap on the outside of it. It comes with a laser pistol and the square-hilted lightsaber, as you can see. Pretty good reissue of this figure. One of the things I find interesting, and I hope I don't find it out on this one, but all the ones I saw back in the day were very interesting in that the head was cast in the brown plastic and the face was painted on. So almost every version I ever saw of the Jedi Luke, the paint was rubbed off the nose. So he always had a little brown nose. Which I thought was very interesting. I think this has gone the other way, which is, I believe, a good plan. It compares pretty well to the other figures. This is one of the Epic Heroes issues. The same figure, although this one is more related to the Mandalorian. He actually clocks in at about 4 inches. The descriptions always say 3 3/4, but he's really about 4 inches. The cloak did not come with this particular version. I actually made that from a pattern that I got from Toy Ploy, so thanks to Toy Ploy for that. Yeah, the aside from obviously the updated sculpting and everything, the biggest difference here is that at the throat, he actually has more of a from the Mandalorian. He has more of a samurai-esque robe top, as opposed to the original. This is going to be difficult, which has the cowboy high collar shirt top there. So those two. I have this one, which I do really like. I don't know about playability, but since he's kind of permanently in a pose, but I do like this one. It came with a 4-pack. And it just got really bright there. In the actual, just the Western shirt without the Jedi overshirt. And this one, of course, which is, I can't remember if he was a 3 3/4 black series or not, but much more posable Luke. Decent sculpt. Getting a lot of bright white light there. Again, it comes with the same style of blaster and his lightsaber. And I did, back in the day, late 90s, early 2000s, have the Power of the Force. Now, this one's still on his card. I did have a loose one that I actually gave to someone. Here we go. Focus. You can see, it's been quite some time since that was purchased based on the price. Which he's a decent figure, although they were all, this line was all initially overly muscular, which is not that great a thing in my opinion. The other thing, the cloak is sculpted really nicely, but interestingly, to make him stand up in the cloak, because the cloak is solid plastic, let me show you again. Not solid plastic, but it's a rubberized plastic. He actually, his boots, and I don't think you can see it through the bubble, so you can get a good shot here without knocking everything over. His boots actually have kind of high heels on them to make it make him be able to stand up wearing that cloak and have it look right. So if you don't use the cloak, he looks like he's standing around wearing high-heeled boots, which I find kind of hilarious. But anyway, I thought I would show off the new retro collection, new to me anyway. He's obviously clearly not a new figure. But the new retro collection Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. Always wanted one of these back in the day. And now I've got one for my collection. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you'd like. And we will talk to you later.